Hello, my name is Ardi and we are going to solve problem 3.26 from Sadiku book. So the question is calculate the node voltages V1, V2, and V3 in the circuit of figure 3.75. So this is the figure and we are given this bottommost node here as our ground. So the voltage here will be 0 and the node here is V1 and then V2 and then V3. Probably let's label another nodes that we know here. So this is 15 volt from the ground. So let's label that 15. And then this is 4I0 from the ground. So I will have 4I0 here. And then here this is minus 10 from the ground because the polarity here, right? So I will have this as minus 10. And then let's assume the direction of the current. Okay, maybe let's use red here. So this, I can assume this is going down and this is going down and this also going down. So I assume the vertical branch, the current will be going down. And for the horizontal current, the current I assume that will going to the right like this. And this also going to the right, right? So now what we need to do is we need to do KCL at node V1, V2, and V3. Let's do exactly that. Let's do KCL at node V1. Okay. And what does KCL say? KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the currents that goes out. Okay. There is no currents that goes in V1. All the currents is going out. So I just put 0 on the left hand side. And then on the right hand side, I will have this current here, which is V1, minus this node here, which is 15, divided by the resistance between them, which is 20. Okay, and then this current here, so I will have plus V1 minus V2 divided by 5. Okay, and then this branch here, I will have V1 minus V3 divided by 10. And then I will have this 3 ampere, right? So I will have plus 3. Okay, we can multiply both sides by 20 to get rid all of the denominator here. So I'll have 20 here. 20 multiplied by 0, that will be 0. And then I will have V1 minus 15 because 20 and 20 will cancel each other. And 5 and 20 will cancel into 4. So I will have 4V1 minus 4V2 for this term. And then for this term, 10 and 20 will cancel into 2. So I will have plus 2V1 minus 2V3. And then 20 multiplied by 3, that will be 60. Okay. And now what can we do from here? We add up the V1 here. So I will have V1 plus 4 plus 2. That will be 7 V1, right? I will have 7 V1. And then the V2, we only have minus 4 V2 there. And then we also only have minus 2 V3 from here. Okay. And then minus 15 plus 60, that will be plus 45, I think. And then we move it to the left-hand side. So I will have minus 45. Good. I think nothing that we can do from here. Let's save this as equation number 1. Okay, let's do another KCL, but this time at node V2. KCL at node V2. Okay, KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out. The only current that goes in is this one. So I will have V1 minus V2 divided by 5. And this is the only current that goes in. And then that one, I will have V2 minus 4I0. Okay, so I'll have 4I0. And then divided by the resistance between them, which is 5. Okay, I think that's good. And then this current here, I will have plus V2 minus V3 divided by 5. Okay, I think that 5 will cancel each other, right? So we will have only that numerator. So we will have V1 minus V2, and that will equal to V2 minus 4I0. However, I0 is that one, so I will have V1 minus V3 divided by 10. So I'll have V1 minus V3 divided by 10. And then that will be plus V2 minus V3. Okay, let's multiply both sides here by 10 to get rid of this 10, right? So I will have 10 V1 and then minus 10 V2. And then that will equal to, I will have 10 V2. And this 10 and 10 will cancel each other. So I will have minus 4 V1. And then minus 4 multiplied by minus 3, minus V3, that will be plus V3, 4 V3 I mean. And then I will have plus 10 V2 minus 10 V3. Okay, I think that's all good. Now what can we do from here? V1 is coming from here and here, so I will have 14 V1, right? So I will have 14 V1. And then V2 is this one, and then this one, and this one. So I will have minus 30 V2, I think. Minus 30 V2. And then I will have 4 minus 10. That will be minus 6. Okay, minus 6 V3 or plus 6 V3. And all of that will equal to 0. And I think this is the second part of the equation. So far we have 2 equations, but we have 3 variables. So we need one more equation to be able to solve it. Okay, let's clean up the board and do some KCL at V3. Okay, now let's do KCL at V3, which is maybe the last KCL that we do from here. KCL at V3. And remember, the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out. Okay. And the only current that goes in, oh, there are 3 currents that goes in, not the only one. So I will have 3 here. So I will have 3 and then plus V1 minus V3 divided by 10. So I will have that from the second branch here. And then plus, I will have this one here, which is V2 minus V3 divided by 5. And then that will equal to this one here, which is V1, I mean V3, minus 10. So I will have plus 10 from here divided by 15. Okay, to get rid all of the denominator, I think I can multiply this by 30. So 30 multiplied by 3 is 90, and then plus, I will have 3V1 minus 3V3, and then I will have plus, I think I will have 6V2 minus 6V3, and then 15 and 30 will cancel into 2, so I will have 2V3 plus 20. Okay, that's good. So I will have 3V1 here. Okay, V1 only have from this one, and V2 only from this one. So I will have plus 6V2. And then what else? V3. I think that is from this one, right? So I will have minus 3 minus 6, that is minus 9. Minus 9 minus 2, I will have minus 11, V3. And then from this one, I will have 20 minus 90. That will be minus 70. Okay, so this is the third equation. And now we have three equations with three variables. I think this will be the job of our calculator. So let's do exactly that. Let's use our calculator as equation solver, which is number 5. Three variables is number 2, and let's plug in the coefficient. So I'll have 7 minus 4, and then minus 2, and then minus 45. Okay, and then 14 minus 30, and then 6, and then 0. So that is the second equation. And then the third one is 3, 6, minus 11, and then minus 70. Okay, so we will have P1 here, which is minus 7.19. So I will have P1 is minus 7.19, and the unit is volt, I think. And then what is V2? V2 is the Y value. So I will have minus 2.78. Have minus 2.78, and the unit is volt. And then what is V3? V3 is the Z value, which is 2.89. 2.89 volt. Okay, and then I think that's all for this problem. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.